In this video, I want to show you about how to manage the settings for each game that your group plays. So if you're a group commissioner and you are setting up matches for your group, there are settings that you can set for each kind of game you play in that group so that those settings carry forward every time you choose to play that game. It's very helpful because more than likely, whenever you're playing two best balls, most of the time you're either probably playing against par or you're playing Stableford, and so you don't want to have to select those settings every time you're setting up a match. So I'm going to show you how to create kind of the defaults for each game that you play in your group. So I'm on the home page right now. Let's go to the Groups button on the lower nav and go to, I'm going to manage my games for the common group, the top group here that's out at Quail Creek. I'm going to click the right button here, and we can see that there's a match already set up for the common group. But up in the top right, there's the gear icon, and we're going to go there, and we are going to select games about mid down on the menu here. So there's a few different things you can see here. One is you can request a new game format up at the top. I'm not going to go over that in this video, but if you do click that, if you describe the game that we don't currently have and an idea of what you want us to build, we will build that so that it's available to you. But let's go to first the Best Ball Birdie Fest game, which is right here. I'm going to click the gear icon. And as we can see right now, I have it set up to play against par, and that the max score on each hole is net double bogey. So Birdie Fest is where you have to take usually at least one ball. You set up those settings in the match setup, but regardless of the one ball you have to take, if you have any other net birdies or better, those will also count. That's why it's called a Birdie Fest, is because you get to count as many birdies or better as you want, along with your one best ball score. So you may want to play that against par and have net double bogeys be the maximum score. But let's say I want to play that in the Stableford format. If I change this, I get the Stableford breakdown so that I know what's going on. And for net double bogey or worse, maybe there's no penalty, or maybe you lose 1 point. If I set that to lose 1 point and then I click save, now that setting for Birdie Fest, anytime I play it, is what the system will do. Let's go to another game like 40 balls right up here at the top. And in this game, you are selecting different scores to take on each hole, and you can set up that you need to take at least one score on each hole, meaning that if you're playing 40 ball and you're on hole number 5 and everyone gets a double bogey, if this wasn't set to at least one score on each hole, that means you could skip all of those double bogeys and just go to the next hole and see how you do. But in this case, you would have to count at least one of those. So you'd have to check mark at least one of those. And you can change the payout format to total or front back and total. You can click save there. So if you're a commissioner and you are using these games in your matches, it's not a bad idea to go through each one of these and go into the settings of each one and just set it up to how you would normally want to play that. That way you don't have to change it at any time. However, if you set up a match and then later you go, oh shoot, I want to play something different. If the match has not started, you can come back to these settings, change them, click save. So let's say we were playing a skins game this week, and I don't want to play gross skins, I want to play net skins, and I don't want them to be full stroke, I want them to be half stroke and all of that, and I click save. If I now go back to the game that hasn't started yet, here, I don't know if they're playing skins here, they are. You can see that now it's been changed to net skins, half stroke, exactly the settings that I have. So you can change it after the fact before the match has started, but most of the time people are playing the same format over and over again in their groups, and so once you set up your game settings here, you can basically plug and play and forget about it because it's always going to be the same settings that you like for your group. So that is the game settings for group matches. Hope it was descriptive. If you have any questions about it, please reach out to support, and I will see you in the next video.